Hello, my name is Sanjay Misra. I'm an interventional radiologist and professor of radiology at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. I'm the PI for the post-approval Medtronic study, and I'm here to tell you some of the findings from that study. The study is a post-market approval study, which is looking at real-world evidence for drug-coated balloon treatment of dysfunctional arteriovenous fistulas and arteriovenous grafts. As we know, end-stage kidney disease affects more than 4 million patients worldwide. In order for dialysis to be administered, which is a life-saving technology and therapy, a access needs to be created. These accesses are arteriovenous fistulas and grafts or catheters. If the fistula or graft fails, they're often treated endovascularly using angioplasty type techniques. The study that we conducted looks at the use of drug-coated balloons with paclitaxel called IN.PACT and their outcomes in a real-world study. Yeah, there are several unique features that were used in the current study. One, it allowed treatment of stenoses outside of the IDE study. Two, it allowed for use of patients in grafts. And three, it was conducted in the US only. The IDE study was conducted outside the US and had patients from Japan and New Zealand. This study was a US-based study. And so the study design included a primary cohort and an extended cohort. And so the objective of this study was a post-market study of the IN.PACT AV DCB balloon. This was conducted through the Medtronic Product Surveillance Registry called PSR, which is a global post-market surveillance registry to monitor safety and product performance. The sites were 17 U.S. sites, 17 clinical sites in the U.S., and this was adjudicated through an angiographic core lab and clinical events committee. There were, again, two cohorts. The primary cohort the primary safety endpoint in the primary cohort was infection and infestation of serious adverse events through 12 months. And the secondary objectives were mortality rates through 5 years post-index procedure and through 2 years, excluding COVID, and through 5 years, vital status only. The ancillary objectives included device and procedural and clinical success, and through 2 years, target lesion and access circuit primary patency, number of reinterventions, access circuit thrombosis, and serious adverse events. There was also a extended cohort, and this was objective number one of the extended cohort was the same as the primary cohort: infection and infestation and serious adverse events through 12 months. And then like the primary cohort, objective 2 was mortality rate through 5 years post-index procedure, through 2 years, including and excluding COVID, and through 5 years just for vital status only. So currently we have the demographic data. One thing we're finding is we had less Asian patients than we did in the IDE study, which was the study published in the New England Journal of Medicine. Number two is we have a cohort of patients that had grafts in them. Number three, there was a prescribed 70% restenosis rate in the IDE study, and we're not seeing as many patients with restenosis. So this is more of a real-world experience with arteriovenous fistulas and arteriovenous grafts. So what this data is going to show us is what do complex patients with complex lesions look like? And based on this, we can identify other subsets of groups that may need to be investigated.